Hey everybody, Dr. Osborne here. Today I want to talk about why going gluten-free is just not enough if you're trying to restore your health. Many of you, prior diagnoses of celiac disease or autoimmune disease, have had years and years of gluten-induced damage. And so avoiding gluten is definitely a great first step, but what comes with years of gluten-induced damage? For many of you, it's malnutrition. The chronic inflammation sets the stage for vitamin and mineral utilization and loss. The chronic inflammation sets the stage, if it's happening in your GI tract, for malabsorption and maldigestion. The damage to the GI tract makes it or renders it less effective at getting nutrients from the food that you eat. So the malnutrition can set in. And malnutrition, for many of you, leads to muscle loss. Now, muscle loss comes from malnutrition. It can also come from the chronic inflammation. As I've talked about in prior videos on grain inflammation and the gluten muscle wasting cycle, what we see is inflammation leads to hormonal changes that causes muscle loss, predominantly the hormone corticosteroid, which is produced as a result of the inflammation, meaning when your body's chronically inflamed, you try to make a steroid to help put the fire out, but the side effect of that elevation of that hormone is muscle loss. And understand that muscle drives nutrition, oxygen, and detoxification. So this is why going gluten-free is not enough. When you've got years of the damage causing malnutrition, chronic inflammation, muscle loss, and muscle drives nutrition, oxygen, detoxification, as well, what's not listed here is that muscle is the predominant backup plan, if you will, for your immune system. And so what do we have to focus on? Going gluten-free is a great start, but we've got to rebuild the muscle. And how do we do that? Well, exercise. So we can't forget the exercise component. Yes, you need diet change, but without the exercise, the muscle wasting and atrophy that's occurred from chronic inflammation and malnutrition won't set your health back aright. So let's talk about HIIT. HIIT stands for high intensity interval training. I'm going to show you 9 exercises that can give you powerful results without spending a ton of money or buying gym memberships, things that you can do at home very, very easily that will help you to begin the process of building muscle. Now, some of you listening to this may say, Dr. Osborne, there's no way I can do exercise at this point. I'm far too overweight. My joints are in far too much pain. Even a simple push-up sends my wrists into chronic and severe inflammation flares. Okay, for those of you who are in that scenario, you've got to find your way to a swimming pool. Okay, low gravity activity, you've got to start somewhere, and a swimming pool is probably the best option. For those of you who aren't in that situation, continue to listen up. Now, what you're seeing here is a list really of 9 very fundamental basic exercises that are body weight in nature, the most of them are, that will start the process of helping you to recuperate the muscle that you've lost as a result of chronic inflammation. So squats, push-ups, pull-ups, lunges, sit-ups, light kettlebell swings. You don't have to swing a 70-pound kettlebell. We're talking about anywhere from 3 to 15 pounds, super light. Plank holds, jumping jacks, just body weight movement, and jump rope. Look, basic body weight activities that are going to get you active and moving forward again. Now, the way we want to do high intensity interval training, because I said HIIT, right? What does that mean? High intensity intervals. So what I would suggest if you're just getting started with this is pick 4 of these exercises, set your timer for 10 minutes. And so let's say, for example, we pick the first 4 on the list: squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and lunges. Do squats, as many of them as you can, with good form. Keyword, good form. Don't pound out a bunch of squats using the wrong form. You're going to injure yourself. But we're not talking about using weight either. Just body weight squats with good form. Rest 20 seconds, then move into push-ups. Do as many as you can do with good form. Rest 20 seconds. Move into pull-ups. As many as you can do with good form, rest 20 seconds, move into lunges, etc., etc., right? We do that process for 10 minutes. That's high intensity with interval rest breaks, those 20-second rest breaks. Now, maybe you're thinking, I need 30 seconds to rest. That's okay too. Look, the point here isn't that you do it perfectly exactly. The point is that you get started. Now, if you can't do a squat, if your knees are shot, again, this goes back to doing exercise that you can do, not necessarily trying to force exercise that you can't. There are a number of different modifications for the squat. Wall sits, using a bench. Those are just examples. Push-ups. If you can't do a push-up on the floor, do one against the wall. Do one against a high countertop. Do one against a bench. Do one on your knees. If you can't do pull-ups, do pull-downs with a TheraBand tubing or with some stretchy tubing with handles on it. Do what you can. In essence, modify the exercise or the activity to what you're capable of tolerating so that you don't injure yourself, but you've got to start somewhere, and this is one of the most powerful places to start. Remember, it's just for 10 minutes. We're not talking about a 90-minute workout routine. We're talking about 10 minutes of high-intensity interval rests so that you can begin the process of recouping and rebuilding your muscle. Now, as always, make sure you comment below. If you've had an experience here with high intensity, we'd love to hear what that is. Make sure you like and subscribe. And look, go over to Gluten Free Society. Join our community. We have the largest community in the world of gluten-free warriors. Come over and join us. When you sign up, you'll get a free gluten-free survival guide sent to your inbox, no charge to you. So, this is Dr. Osborne wishing you excellent health. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video.